are going to see Henry Cavill donning the crest of hope, the family of L. I believe we're going to see him with that crest on his chest again. And again, maybe I'm just being overly optimistic, but I just am. Either way, I'm very curious to see where this goes. The whole idea of the Superman is one that you guys know has always completely fascinated me. I love the Superman character. Question is, guys, what do you think about this? Jump on down in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. All right, guys. With that down, buckle in. Let's move on to main topic number 4, shall we? And our 4th main topic today gets submitted to us by Blake. Writes, "Hey John, Rivers is reporting that Adam Aaron of AMC, he's the CEO at AMC Theaters, is getting an over $3 million bonus to Adam Aaron and $100,000 to $500,000 bonuses to the rest of the executive staff. Doesn't this look bad for a company struggling and a company that was forced to lay off tons of minimum wage workers during the pandemic? I love AMC, but this is very greedy and short-sighted move, in my opinion. What do you think?" All right, thanks a lot for sending that. And for those of you who don't know what it is Blake is referring to, you guys know that the entire movie theater industry is in rough shape right now. I think that's putting it generously. The entire movie theater industry is in rough shape. They're in perilous times. I think they're going to come out of it on the other side, but they have been experiencing a really rough go with the pandemic and all that kind of stuff. Not to mention AMC Theaters. Obviously, and for those of you who may not know, maybe you're completely new around here, AMC Theaters is very near and dear to my heart. Other than the moronic jackals who run their HR department, which are a bunch of imbeciles. But aside from that, AMC Theaters is a company that is very near and dear to my heart. You know, I launched AMC Movie News with them. I've worked with them for years. I still have people that I consider wonderful, awesome people that I know that are still working at that company. I have a very, in my favorite theaters to go to. AMC Theaters are my favorite movie theater of choice. They're the ones I prefer to go to. I love AMC Theaters, notwithstanding, you know, the demonic entities in their HR department. Besides that, I love AMC Theaters. So, here's what's going on, though. This comes to us from Deadline. AMC Entertainment, the nation's largest theater chain, said Friday it is awarding CEO Adam Aaron and other executives supplemental special incentive cash bonuses. Supplemental special incentive cash bonuses to recognize the challenge they faced steering the embattled company on a financial roller coaster over the past pandemic year. Corporate associates and theater management will also get special bonuses, obviously much smaller, with all payouts coming from an authorized pot of $8.3 million. To be specific, the bonus that Adam Aaron, CEO of AMC Theaters, is going to be close to $4 million. Just so you know, Adam Aaron, CEO of AMC Theaters, already makes over $9 million a year, Rob. Poor fucking Adam Aaron, with his poor fucking $9 million salary, poor fucking Adam Aaron needed an almost $4 million bonus when 30 fucking thousand employees got furloughed in an industry that is barely keeping its head above water. You want to talk about bad fucking optics? This is bad fucking optics. You fucking moron. You are a fucking human piece of shit and a disgrace. 30,000 people out of work. Now listen, don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. I'm not one of these people. I am not one of these people who thinks, oh, if a company needs to lay somebody off, then the big executives should take pay cuts. No. Hey, listen, if the executives are still doing their job and they're still in their position, they should get what their salary is, even if that salary is $9 million. Even if your salary is $9 million, I'm not one of these guys to think, oh, hey, if somebody need to get laid off, that means that the exec should lose their salary. No. I'm not saying that. I'm not believing that. I'm not even saying you should dock their pay, and I am certainly not saying that the reason AMC is in tough shape right now is because of Adam Aaron and the executives of AMC. They didn't cause the pandemic. This ain't their fault. I'm not blaming them for that at all. But that being said, there is a difference from acknowledging, hey man, this ain't your fault. And there's a difference between saying, hey, yeah, you get an exorbitant salary, you get paid a ridiculous amount of money, and we're going to continue to pay your salary even though times are tough. There is a difference between that and a company that has been...
Yo, we'll be starting in a few. My bad. Trying to get some things right on my end, some technical things. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. I'm coming, y'all. Get in there. Oh, man. Kept y'all waiting. Where you at? Ooh, interesting. Yo. What is up? What is up, my good people? I don't even look good on this camera. See how we looking. Oh, that look good back there, I see. Okay. Move this to the, what's that? We go. That's what a little bit, my bad. Just a smidge. Boom, we are looking good. Come on, a little bit more. There we go. What up, my beautiful people, my house guests? Welcome back to Blues House. I'm your host, Bluminati. Like, subscribe before I continue. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for when I go live and I do the stream. I appreciate everybody who come through and watch. I want to say and suffer through this stream as I'm still trying to get things right, man, and just bring y'all this stuff, this daily entertainment, this daily blurred news that I like to bring y'all. So I'm gonna hop right into it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it. What do we have today on the agenda? Boom. So it seems to appear that Tom and Jerry, which just came out this last Friday, had an impressive box office. And that's in regards to the pandemic. Everybody knows right now we're going through a periwinkle or whatever you want to call it, a pandemic. You know what I mean? We're going through something right now. We know that a majority of the movie theaters are closed in America. We do have abroad, I think China's movie theaters are open. I think elsewhere across the globe, there are a couple of places whose theaters are open. And here in the States, come March 5th, I want to say that New York City will be opening their movie theaters. So that's going to be a plus. But in the meantime, it seems like Tom and Jerry said, fuck all that. We finna come out swinging, right? So Tom and Jerry came out ready to go. Boxing, doing their damn thing, man. Tom and Jerry, cat and mouse, you know what I'm saying? How many of y'all grew up watching Tom and Jerry like I did? You know, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I ain't gonna say I had no reservations. I just didn't think Tom and Jerry, a live action Tom and Jerry movie would even be good. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. I'm glad it did what it did. I'm gonna read this article for y'all right quick, and this is from Variety.com. It says Tom and Jerry opened surprisingly strong with a 13.7 million box office, giving movie theaters hope. So that's always a good thing to hear because I'm a movie theater guy. I spent a lot of time coming up, going to the movie theaters. I love seeing things on the big screen. I love that experience of going to the movie theater. So that's dope to me. It says Warner Brothers animated family film Tom and Jerry debuted it to 13.7 million at a domestic box office, one of the biggest opening weekend hauls of the coronavirus era, and a signal that movie going may be on the mend. To be sure, it'll take some time for ticket sales to reach pre-pandemic levels. But second to Wonder Woman 1984, which launched in December with a 16.7 million, Tom and Jerry had the most robust 3-day total since movie theaters reopened in the middle of last year. Nothing else has been released in the past 10 months has been able to crack 10 million. The Croods, A New Age, 9.7 million, and Tenet, 9.35 million were the only others to come close to that benchmark. So it seems that most of the movies that's been coming out, they ain't even been crossing 10 million. Now, if you know anything about how box office is set up, 10 million, that's like laughable. Movies, it's, you know, low budget movies, 10 million is laughable. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially on an opening box office. So this pandemic, this coronavirus era, man, is a new beast. And it's actually causing a lot of theaters to go out and reevaluate what they have going on, which I think is actually a good thing, man. Because once they realize that they can probably, I don't want to sound like this, cut costs, lower their budget on making movies to get and to maximize their returns, that actually might be a good thing, because we can see a couple of movies that we wouldn't normally see get a sequel, or you know what I'm saying, or franchises being greenlit. That's what I'm gonna say. We'll see more franchises being greenlit due to that. So let me continue. It says box office analyst, oversees the cartoon adventures about the iconic cat and mouse rivalry has made 25 million from 33 countries for a global tally of 38.8 million. Given current conditions, it's considered a strong start for the 79 million budgeted Tom and Jerry. Box office analysts appear to be optimistic about those numbers, with half of the theaters still closed, the pandemic still a threat, and Tom and Jerry available at home. This is a very good opening, says David A. Gross, who runs the movie consulting firm Franchise Entertainment Research. It's a positive sign for the business and the theoreticals pull over home entertainment. So yeah, like I said, man, it's a real good thing to see this and to hear those numbers, man. Especially abroad, making 25 million abroad in 33 countries, bringing your total to 38.8 million. That's good. Plus, you do know that it's been simulcasted, simultaneously released on theaters and on HBO Max. So they're also generating, I wouldn't necessarily say money on that end, but the more subscribers that they get who want to subscribe and stay subscribed to HBO Max, either due to Tom and Jerry or just due to them releasing movies simultaneously throughout the year, that's going to do nothing but help. And then once the movie theaters get back to how they were pre-pandemic, it's only up from there, baby. Only up from there. So be on the lookout for stuff like that, man. It says it's undoubtedly an element of cabin fever among parents and kids that play with these successful family movies during the pandemic. But I also think we're looking at the beginnings of a larger trend. As virus cases decline, vaccines roll out, and more mainstream films start releasing, families are growing more comfortable with the idea of going back to the movies while practicing safe health measures such as mask wearing and social distancing. Looking ahead, Robin Nosa should bode well for Disney's Raya and the Last Dragon, which is premiering concurrently in theaters and on Disney Plus for a premium fee next weekend. And with that, I'm gonna use that as a segue to go right on into. Oh, before I do that, what do y'all think about Tom and Jerry? Have anybody seen it yet? I, for one, haven't seen it yet. I'll probably watch it later on. Maybe me and my son, we might watch it. But I haven't seen it yet. But I'm glad to hear that it is. You know, stop this fan. I'm pretty sure y'all hearing it. It's good to hear that it's doing well at the box office. That's always a good sign for movie theaters. And like I said, I'm real stoked and excited about going to the movie theaters again, man. So I can't wait for that. But like I said, segue right in. Next up, we have Raya and the Last Dragon. So Raya and the Last Dragon premiered, or hasn't premiered yet. It premieres coming up next Friday, I want to say. If I'm March 5th. So March 5th, that's this Friday. March 5th, Raya and the Last Dragon premieres simulcasted. Seems like everybody doing these simulcasts lately. Simulcasted on Disney Plus, their premiere access, and in theaters. And with the way Tom and Jerry did, I can see Raya and the Last Dragon also having that same box office turnout. And it looks good, man. Tell you the truth, it looks good. Watching the trailer, and now, you know what I'm saying, it seems like even the reviews are saying it's good. This also is coming from Variety. It says Raya and the Last Dragon review. Disney woos teens with Asian-themed tune. It's good to see a lot of diversity coming out. And it seems to not necessarily be pandering, just good, well thought out stories, good stories to be given to children and to families. So they understand, because to me, it's all about understanding, you know what I'm saying, your neighbor, the next person next to you, whether it be black, white, Asian, European, it really don't matter, man. It's all about understanding. Yeah, we might come from different cultures, and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, we all got to live on this blue and white globe together. You know what I'm saying, this blue, green, and white globe together. So it's all about understanding, man. And the best way for understanding is me telling you my story, me letting you see the story of my people. You know what I'm saying? And so salute out to Disney for being real diverse and inclusive in that. You know what I'm saying? So let's get right into it. Raya and the Last Dragon review. Disney woos teens with Asian themed tune. Says the first major animated feature for a post-Trump era. Raya and the Last Dragon is as lefty a tune as Disney has ever made, though its core message of unity and come togetherness should hardly seem political at all. Notably, it's a movie with no villain, no love interest, no musical numbers, and no talking animals, unless you count Aquafina's loquacious and potentially world-saving water dragon, Sisu. Progressive as the formula-bending family movie may be, Raya still feels every bit a Disney offering. One whose provocative princess, technically she's the brave daughter of an incapacitated chieftain, ought to entertain and inspire kids to do more than passively await true love's kiss. So actually, it seems to me that this is actually kind of a rewriting of the Disney dynamic, the Disney trope, the Disney princess trope. You see what I'm saying? No musical numbers. She is no love interest, no villain, just her doing her thing as what she is. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's kind of dope. Having no love interest, and because I can't remember who said it, but dang, who was it who said it? But it was a woman who said that a lot of the Disney movies is doing a disservice to young women coming up because it kind of what's the word she used? I can't even. Basically, it made these little girls think, you know what I'm saying, that everything in life is revolved around basically finding true love and being with the prince, you know what I'm saying, instead of going through your own journey and saving yourself to have to be saved by this prince. And it seems like that always happens, or you know what? As I go back and I start thinking about that, every Disney princess always got into some kind of trouble herself and had to be saved by a prince, so to speak. Most of them. You had Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, Belle, Ariel. I mean, it seems like the list goes on. They get into some kind of trouble to where that prince has to come and save them, almost like it's a damsel in distress type situation. Matter of fact, that's exactly what it is. All the classic, let me take that back. All the classic Disney princesses, because you got the one from Brave, you have Frozen. She saved? She wasn't saved by a prince. She did her own thing. And she was the hero. Frozen was dope. I really enjoyed Frozen. Set in the make-believe realm of Comadra, inspired by the region of the Southeast Asia represented by Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam, all toured by the production team on research trips. Raya opens up with an elaborate prologue, the gist of which suggests that humans are their own worst enemy. That's a pretty dark blanket statement coming from Disney, even more cynical than such apocalyptic echo adventures as Avatar, where a few good apples redeem craven species, but consistent with humans are horrible messaging of recent Marvel movies. So, like I said, it seems like Disney is changing or reinventing their trope. You know what I'm saying? It seems like they're reinventing how they want people to look at their animated movies and make it more, I would say, more realistic, more human, more to the aspect of when something, you know what I'm saying, shedding light on things that aren't right. So be on the look. You probably see way more racially toned animated series, more I was about to say sexual, not necessarily sexual, not sexual in the way like that, but when it comes to like same sex acceptance, I'm gonna say that just seems like Disney is going the way of acceptance, because that's what we're dealing with right now in this real world. Acceptance. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you accept me for who I am? I'm not, just because I may be different from you doesn't mean that I'm bad. Doesn't mean that, you know, I'm evil, or my way of life shouldn't affect you to that sense. And we can all hug and sing Kumbaya together. Basically, that's what I'm looking at it as the way that Disney is going about. It says Kamaja will once a unified paradise, but owing to the wickedness of people menacing, I always get this word wrong, amethyst colored energy balls known as Drun were unleashed, turning any person in their path into a statue. A lone dragon Sisu spared humankind, but that couldn't stop the survivors from splintering into 5 tribes, each named for a different part of the dragon: fang, heart, spine, tail, and talon. Half a millennium later, headstrong Raya, voiced by Kelly Marie Tran of the latest Star Wars trilogy, and they did my girl so dirty. Like, they did her dirty and they did Finn dirty. Like, they introduced him just to, you know what I'm saying, for what? Either way, I'm gonna just keep it going. Was born into heart and tasked with protecting the powerful dragon gem. Turns out the precious orb is protecting humans from themselves, which they learned the hard way when Namari, Gemma Chan, a girl from Fang, tries to steal it, causing the stone to shatter. It's dope that Disney like keeps all of their actors working. You know what I'm saying? Gemma Chan was in Guardians of the Galaxy. She's also going to be in the new Eternals movie. As we recently mentioned, Kelly Marie Tran. Kelly Marie Tran was in the Star Wars movies, the recent Star Wars trilogies. It's dope that they keep them working. You know what I'm saying? Everybody working. I think Aquafina was even in something. If I recall, was she in Big Hero 6? She might have been in Big Hero 6. So seems like, hey, Disney, just keep it. Here go your check, man. Sign up. Come through. Come work with us. Come get this bread, man. All right, keep going. Instantly, the drone reemerged. Raya's dad is fossil. You know what? This is like, my bad, because this is like telling the damn movie. Let me stop. Go out and watch the movie, man. Seems let me see what the review at. This is supposed to be a review. This is just telling me the whole damn movie. My bad, man. I'm giving spoiler alert. My bad. I don't even know why they did that. Why they did it like that. Either way, it seems like Raya and the Last Dragon is going to be a dope movie. Everybody go out and see it. Go out and support, man. Like I said, that trailer was fire. The trailer was hella fire. You know what I'm saying? The graphics, the cinematography, the visuals look dope. So go and support it, man. And it had me going into the store. It seemed like the story gonna be dope too. So go out and support, man. Raya and the Last Dragon. I'm with it. You should be with it. We all with it. That's right. But let's keep it going, man. What do y'all think about Raya and the Last Dragon? Y'all gonna support? Y'all gonna go see it? I hope y'all support and go see it. All right. Is Henry Cavill out as Superman? Now, this is piggybacking on my next topic, but it seems that Henry Cavill may be out as Superman. I hope not, because I think he is the best Superman we done had since Christopher Reeves. I'm sorry, excuse me. But who knows? He could be out. But this is coming from Cosmic Book News. It says Henry Cavill said to be out as Superman with an Abrams reboot. My bad, excuse me. It's now said that Henry Cavill is out as Superman, which follows the news of the J.J. Abrams reboot. The info comes from a YouTuber, Grace Randolph, who posted on Twitter, "I'm hearing as others that Henry Cavill is out." She tweeted, that's what she tweeted. And it says, Henry Cavill unfairly blamed for Superman loss. Grace follows up the tweet with a video posted on her YouTube channel where I think unfairly she lies a majority of the blame for the Superman reboot and losing the role all on the shoulders of Henry Cavill. Am I stuck? Oh, I'm back. What's going on? Got stuck there for a second. All right. Numerous times, Randolph has stated in her videos that according to her sources, Henry Cavill is hard to work with. And in this video, she says more of the same, that Cavill rubbed certain people at Warner Brothers the wrong way, which is why he doesn't continue to get to play Superman. Now, I hope that's not necessarily true because, as I stated, I think he's dope. I think Henry Cavill's take on Superman, or just that Zack Snyder take on Superman, was probably the best take we done had. Matter of it might be better than Christopher Reeve's take. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But it says what Grace never discusses as far as what I watch is that the real blame for the failure of Henry Cavill Superman is because of Zack Snyder's approach to Man of Steel, which had a big opening weekend at the box office, was taught right away for Man of Steel 2. However, fans and prominent Superman creators alike reject Snyder's take on Superman that saw the flick loaded with violence and Superman snapping Zod's neck at the end of the movie. I can't blame that on Zack. What a lot of people don't understand when it came to this Superman movie, I know a lot of people think Superman was just, it's just his Boy Scout from the beginning. Truth, justice, and the American way. I get that. But at the end of the day, truth, justice, and the American way, and when you're working for America and you want to preserve that American way, you got to break a couple of eggs, man. And that's exactly what Superman had to do. He had to break a couple of eggs. And that Man of Steel movie was about Superman learning who he is. You know what I'm saying? And learning how to be a hero. Remember, he wasn't Superman before that. This was the first time he put on that suit. A week later, Zod showed up. Not even a week. Zod and his crony showed up. People just as powerful, people just as strong, and more maniacal, more military trained, was not stopping regardless. So what was Superman going to do? Lock him up? Put him in Arkham? What was Arkham going to do with Zod, man? Psst, the neck had to be snapped. Yeah, Zod said he would not stop at all. He wasn't going to stop. Zod was not stopping. So I don't understand what people looked at when it came to that, or how they didn't understand that superheroes kill, man. Ain't no way Superman is pulling his punches that much to where he hasn't accidentally killed somebody. Hell, just pushing them out of the way, flying them, picking them up real fast, trying to move them out of the way of a car, or moving them because something's about to fall on their head. Somebody's neck was snapped. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's back was broken. Somebody was paralyzed due to Superman doing what he has to do. That's just keeping it real. That's just keeping it honest. That's just physics. That's just physics. But it says, yeah, he was out. Everybody knows he was supposed to spearhead the DCEU. But I think who's to blame. To me, the blame should go to Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers is to blame, not Henry Cavill, not Snyder. Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers, to me, sabotaged this whole thing. They sabotaged everything. They didn't have a clear, precise direction that they wanted to go. They was looking at Marvel thinking, okay, well, if that made $1 billion, why the hell Batman and Superman can't make $1 billion? Well, you got to have a clear and concise story for one thing. You can't send a chopped up, butchered up movie out and expect people to understand what's going on or to like it, right? You jumped the gun, WB. You didn't build these characters up. You just threw them to the wolves. You threw Zack Snyder to the wolves. You threw Superman to the wolves. You threw Batman to the wolves. Wonder Woman to the wolves. Aquaman. All of those people. We ain't gonna speak on Ray Fisher and Cyborg. Did him dirty. How much screen time did he get? Right? So you did all these people dirty, man. You didn't come up with a clear and concise thing. No, they didn't have a start. They had And this is coming from Jared, man, Leday, my guy Leday. He says they didn't have a starting point, really. No, they had the starting point. They started with the Man of Steel. They had the starting point. Man of Steel was the perfect starting point. They gave you the perfect Superman in the real world take of a boy who finds out he's an alien, who develops powers, who is on the outside of society, don't know how to maneuver. They gave you the perfect guy. Brand new hero. Him learning what it takes to be a hero. Him learning what it takes, what he really signifies to the human beings. His godlike presence in the world. They gave you that. That's Man of Steel. Then they came back and they hit you with Batman versus Superman. Introduced one of the greatest Batmans ever in Batfleck. Gave you that. Then still with Henry Cavill Superman. Zack Snyder on the direct. Then they gave you Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. Right? Dope movie. Story still kind of more concise. Can actually understand what's going on in that. Right? I think Wonder Woman came next. So we got the backstory of Wonder Woman. Nice story. Boom. Then they hit us with Suicide Squad. Chopped up. Not clear and concise. It's like they gave you 3 movies that was good, and then everything went to shit, right? Because they started adding too much stuff to it. Adding too much stuff. Did they have a connection to another movie in Man of Steel? Seems like that was needed. Then they moved straight to Batman versus Superman. No, I don't necessarily think it was needed. I think you if you wanted to, you could have did Man of Steel and then gave us a Batman movie and connected them that way. But I think the way they did it was cool. I think WB was expecting Marvel numbers, but remember, fans had been with Marvel for at least 5 years. I don't even know how many movies Marvel had came out with by the time Man of Steel and Batman v Superman came out. So those Marvel fans was indebted to Marvel. They wanted to see where the story was going. But how much did the first Iron Man do? How much did the first Thor do? Right? Iron Man 2. Captain America, the first Avenger. How much did those? They wasn't cracking $1 billion a movie. Matter of fact, let me look it up. I'm gonna look up the box office real quick. Let me see. Let me see what that first Iron Man did. Check out Iron Man box office. I just want to see. Look at that. $585.3 million. That was Iron Man 1. Its first box. Like I said, these Marvel movies wasn't that's $500 million. Now what did Man of Steel do? Man of Steel hit you with 668 million. So that's what you're going up against. You did better than Marvel's first movie. Right? What did Batman vs Superman hit you with? $872.7 million. You almost cracked $1 billion. So they gave up on Zach. They gave up. They gave up on that direction. Wonder Woman hit you with $822.3 million. Right? They gave up on it. They gave up. Why? I don't know. Well, I know because at the point what year was that? Batman versus Superman was, what year was this? 2016. Let's see what came out on Marvel side 2016. What came out? Okay. Civil War came out. Doctor Strange came out. And then Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 came out 2017. So we already have movies like Guardians of the Galaxy, another Captain America. So matter of fact, that would be the third Captain America movie by 2016. Doctor Strange was a new property, right? You would have had 2 Thors already. What you would have had three Iron Men by that time. 3. These is all the movies that this is all they've been building up to. Let's see how much Captain America Civil War box office did. $1.153 billion. But that's because this is years worth of sketching out. This is years worth of having people enamored by your movies. Batman v Superman was the second movie. And you was working your way up. Wonder Woman came out, it cracked the bill. It almost cracked the billion, I think, or it might have cracked the billion. Right? And you got to think, Superman and Batman, what properties are on TV at the time? We ain't got a Batman. We don't have a Batman cartoon. We don't have a Superman cartoon. No Justice League cartoons. These kids ain't worried about Superman or Batman at this time. They worry about Marvel. Because guess what? Not only are those Marvel films out, they got Marvel cartoons going ham on Disney XD. Kids they watching Spider-Man. They watching Avengers. Even Hulk had a cartoon out around that time on Disney XD. Where's the Batman cartoon at, Warner Brothers? DC? Where's the Superman cartoon at? See, when you don't build your ecosystem and you think you're just going to jump off the porch and go do what the big boys is doing, it don't work. It don't work. You can't just jump off the porch and think you're going to do what the big boys doing. Big boys been out here longer. Big boys been out these streets putting that work in longer. So nah, man. They gave up. You can't blame it on Henry Cavill. But let me keep going because I'm on the tangent. I'm on a rant right now. Let me keep it going. So they say Henry Cavill might be out of Superman. They're saying that he was bad to work with. I think they also said something about him holding out, not being in the Shazam movies and making special appearances, and WB kind of was rubbed the wrong way because he wouldn't do that. But I think contractually, I think he only has one more appearance as Superman contractually. And I think if he would have did that Shazam appearance, that would have counted as his appearance. So he wouldn't have got another movie. That would have been it. He would have solidified his contract. His contract would have been fulfilled. So I think Cavill wants to play Superman, but he wants his As of right now, all the people, and this is what I don't know what's going on in WB head. Like when the people say they want something, you give it to them. The people say they want a Zack Snyder Justice League. It's coming, but it's not because of WB. It's because of AT&T and HBO Max. The people want Ben Affleck. The people want Henry Cavill. They want this stuff. Like the people like. Now, if you want to go a different direction from Zack Snyder, do that. But they like this ecosystem that you built. Gal Gadot, Aquaman. His name escaping me right now, but the guy who plays Aquaman. They want to see you flesh this universe out. But now you come into. I'm still on it. Let me move on. I'm sorry, my bad. What y'all think about Henry Cavill being out as Superman? What do y'all think? Do you think he should stay? Do you think he should fight for it? Do you think Warner Brothers is making a big mistake? Let me know, because we finna jump right on into the next one, which is one of the reasons why he may be out is because of J.J. Abrams and Ta-Nehesi Coates collabing on a new Superman reboot, which possibly could bring in a black Superman. And I don't know how people feel about that. Me, myself, I'm like, WB, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? I don't necessarily have any problems with the black Superman, but why? You haven't even given us a good regular Superman yet. Or his story. You haven't even finished that story off. Can we get that? Right? Can we get that? Who is, and I know, you know what I'm saying, us black folks, we love to see, but there's no reason for a black Superman right now at this moment. And I'm all cool. I'm all for Michael B. Jordan. And if they do a black Superman, you know, I'll watch it. I'm going to support it. But it better be good. Because you know what's going to happen? They'll do a black Superman and it'll flop. And you know why it'll flop? Or what they'll blame it on? Oh, he was black. And majority of people didn't want to come see a black Superman. You know what I'm saying? It says, I'm a fan of Henry. I liked him since Tudors. He makes a good Superman. I think he should fight, but I'm biased. No black Superman just seems off to change it. I agree. What's the reason behind? Let me read this article first before we hop right into it. It says a Superman solo film is on the way from Ta-Nehesi Coates and J.J. Abrams. A new Superman movie finally in the works from superhuman team of talents. Writer Ta-Nehesi Coates is penning the film for Warner Brothers, and it will be produced by J.J. Abrams. There's no word on a director, a star, a plot, or anything of that nature just yet. But really, all you need to say is Superman, Coates, and Abrams. And it's hard to not get excited. The site Shadow and Act first reported news, which was then confirmed by Deadline, and IO9 has also independently confirmed it. To be invited into the DC Extended Universe by Warner Brothers, DC Films, and Bad Robot is an honor, Coates told Shadow and Act. I look forward to meaningfully adding to the legacy of America's most iconic mythic hero. Now, him saying that makes me think that maybe because if y'all don't know who Ta-Nehesi Coates is, he is a black writer. Real esteemed, real dope writer. I'm a fan. I'm actually a fan of Ta-Nehesi Coates. He's a journalist, right? Comic book writer. He wears many hats, man. He had his recent run on Black Panther was all right. More psychological than action packed. He also wrote for Captain America. I think his run was when Falcon was Captain America, if I remember correctly. And he might have stayed on to just right after when Captain America actually came back and took the shield on too. But brilliant dude, man, brilliant writer. But Abrams also gave a quote to Shadow and Act. This is a new, powerful, moving Superman story yet to be told. We couldn't be more thrilled to be working with the brilliant Mr. Coates to help bring that story to the big screen. And we're beyond thankful to the team at Warner Brothers for the opportunity, he said. This, of course, raises many questions, the first of which is about star Henry Cavill, which is what we just talked about. He's been quoted to say he'd like to reprise his role as the Man of Steel, but from these reports, it seemed there will be some kind of search for a new actor. In fact, after the first news broke, Hollywood Reporter Boreas Kit said, will audience be introduced to a black Superman? That is the intent, and something that the studio has been trying to find a way in for months, if not a year or two, according to sources. So they already saying WB had basically gave up on Henry Cavill and wants to pander to the black community and bring a black Superman in, black tokenism at its best. This is one of the you don't tokenize that. I mean, I don't even know the reason to even tokenize Superman, right? Not in race swap or race bend. It's some characters who can be race bended. If race bended, it's some characters that you can race bend, but Superman is he's white. Everything about Superman is white. His upbringing, the culture, what he does, even Superman is white. And I know there are black Supermen in the DC universe in the comics that come from like Earth 2 and or I ain't gonna say Earth 2, these different Earths and stuff like that. And there's even an Asian Superman. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Diversity. What would Superman look like if he was black? Well, I tell you what Superman would look like if he was black. It's already a property that y'all own, Warner Brothers. It's already a property that y'all own, DC. His name is Icon. You want to give me a black superhero and make him your guy? Do Icon. And I know a lot of people don't know who Icon is, but if you know who Static Shock is, he's part of that whole thing with Static Shock. So you got a black Superman. Icon, just do it. And if you just want to do a black superhero, you got Green Lantern. You got Green Lantern. And think about it. The last black Superman movie that y'all did was Steel. Do y'all really want that to happen again with Shaq? Do y'all really want what Shaq did? It probably did good in the box office. Let me not joke. Let me not make fun of Shaq, man. But do y'all that Steel movie was something else. I remember watching that. I was actually excited to watch Steel. I'm always be excited to see black superheroes on the big screen. I'm always be excited for that. But it just makes no sense in this instance. It makes no sense. So it says, as far as a director, Abrams certainly could be a contender. Recently, the Russo brothers were quoted saying they would be making a superhero movie in the future in a surprising place. DC would certainly be that for the directors of multiple Marvel movies, but that's all speculation. The Russo brothers, I could see them doing that. They did, you know what I'm saying? They did Avengers good, Endgame and all that. So I can see that. Ta-Nehesi coast between the world and me opened the window and changed the way many of us see the world. Chairman Warner Brothers Toby Emmerich said in the statement, we're confident that his take on Superman will give fans a new and exciting way to see the Man of Steel. Years ago, Abrams wrote a script for a Superman movie that became widely available on the internet called Superman Flyby. At the time, it was widely divisive, but it did show that the then burgeoning filmmaker had an interest in the character. As for Coates, few modern authors are as respected or beloved. In addition to multiple best-selling books tackling all matter of topics, his runs writing Black Panther and Captain America for Marvel have set new standards for both characters. Abrams also stepped his toe into comic writing as of late. Yeah, Abrams did a Spider-Man run, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, it's good to see that these people are actually invested into superheroes and the lore of superheroes, you know what I'm saying, in comic books and stuff like that. But nah, don't you pandering just a little. To me, you just pandering a little too much. And then to even you know what I'm saying, we've been hearing I've been hearing Michael B. Jordan, you know what I'm saying, that's a rumor floating around. Don't do it, Michael B. Jordan. Don't. This one you say no to. I know it's Superman, and it's hard to say no, right? Because it's Superman. I get it. But this one you might want to say no to. You might just want to say no to this one. This new Superman movie, which will also be produced by Hannah Mangella, is in very early development, so there's no timeline beyond just getting it right at the moment. However, we will see a Kryptonian in the big screen again. Before then, and Andy Muschietti's the Flash in the form of Supergirl, played by Sasha Cal, and she's Latinx, if I'm not mistaken. There was an update to this post that said this post has been updated with Hollywood Reporter quote about casting. So that's the full thing. How do y'all feel about J.J. Abrams and Ta-Nehesi Coates collabing on a new Superman reboot? I'm cool with it, and I think it's dope. I respect both of them. J.J. Abrams, his work has always been dope to me, and like I said, Ta-Nehesi Coates is just as dope and well respected. But I think you have to bring Henry Cavill in. You got to, and you have to redeem. Like, everybody was getting movies but Superman, right? He's like Hulk. He's like the Hulk in Marvel. Everybody's getting movies but Superman. Give Superman a proper movie. Give him a proper movie. Let Henry Cavill continue doing his thing as Superman without any other superheroes involved. Man of Steel was dope. Batman vs Superman was dope, but it got convoluted with Batman and Wonder Woman in it, right? You know what I'm saying? And that trash ass Doomsday, that story was bad. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, Act 3 of that was just horrible. That Doomsday shit, that was like, nah. You know, they should have did, instead of Doomsday, Brainiac would have been, or just give me Lex Luthor in some kind of Kryptonian Iron Man suit. You know what I'm saying? Fighting the Man of Steel. Give me that. With his machinations going on. Like, it was like the way Luthor tried to set up now, I ain't mentioned Captain Britain. What did I mention Captain Britain? What you talking about, man? I ain't mentioned Captain Britain. But the way Lex Luthor tried to set Superman up against Batman, and then having Superman's mother taken hostage, like, to me, that was too elementary for Lex Luthor. His plan should have been a little bit more elaborate than that. And then for his icing on the cake, his last hooray, to do the Doomsday thing, nah. See, I think if he would have been contacted or reaching out to aliens, let's say he got that suit, because y'all know Lex Luthor likes to wear his little green and purple Iron Man suit that he, you know what I'm saying, did. What if he got that tech from Brainiac, right? Him and Superman duking it out, major brawl. We see, you know what I'm saying, Brainiac is the big, because the thing is, Superman needs a villain. Superman doesn't have a villain. Lex Luthor is Superman. We know that's his villain, but that's not his villain. That's more like what can I say? How can I do it? Because Lex Luthor is so big, he's such a big part of Metropolis and the mythos of Superman, that to me, Lex is not necessarily Superman's villain. Nemesis, Thorn, yeah, but that's not his villain for a movie. He can be there and be doing bad shit to Superman and stuff like that, but that's not his villain, right? So think of a Brainiac as a villain. Think of, give me another, Parasite as a villain. Something, you know what I'm saying? Like, so with these, Ta-Nehesi, go do your research, Coates, Abrams. See what major villains you can bring to the Superman mythos that'll make for a good Superman story. Do that. Do that and you'll win every time. But no black Superman. What you say? Henry Cavill is in the running for Captain Britain. Yeah, I saw that. I think I saw that a couple weeks back. They said that if they was to do Captain Britain, which they should not do, Henry Cavill as it, because nah. I mean, I guess everybody's doing multiverse right now. Captain Britain is actually the champion of the multiverse. If you know anything about Captain Britain, oh Captain. If you know anything about Captain Britain and the Britain Corps, they're champions and defenders of the multiverse. I hope they don't bring them in. because now Marvel will be getting way too out there. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about Marvel is they gave us 10 plus years of building up this Infinity storyline. I could see them now being a little bit more mystic in their storyline with the way they're starting off phase 4 with WandaVision. But nah, that's just too, that's to me, that's too far out right now. How do you explain the Captain Britain Corps? He has a sister, which is Psylocke, who is, or I'm sorry, Elizabeth Braddock. She is currently the Captain Britain in the comics, and she's a mutant. He's not a mutant, but she's a mutant. So do you explain that? It's kind of, and you know, another thing too. Let me go on a quick Marvel rant after watching latest WandaVision. So spoiler alert if you ain't watched it. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. And it kind of, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say it got on my nerves, but it's something that's just bothering me, because I'm like, why won't you just go ahead and just come out and introduce mutants? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the big deal? It's time to bring the mutants in. You don't have to give us the X-Men, but it's time. That term needs to be said and put out. Right? That term, mutant, needs to be out there. You have Wanda having these latent powers when she was a kid, right? That's kind of what they tried to give to us and explain to us with what was going on this last episode. When she was a child, she stopped the bomb from blowing up, and they wanted to say it was because of her. She did a hex spell or whatever. Now, I don't know if they're trying to say that she was born a witch, which I thought maybe this is, I thought anybody can necessarily be a witch. They just have to, you know what I'm saying, go learn the spells and do the magic. Just, you know what I'm saying? Anybody can wield magic. That's what I thought. So then they say that the Mind Stone chose her and basically made her already her abilities that she already had, it boom, blew it up, right? I think Agatha even said your abilities would have died on the vine if you want to come in contact with that stone, basically. So she's a witch. So what does that make Pietro? To me, that's a loose thread. To me, that's just say mutant so we know both of them was mutants, right? Maybe she was more in tune with the mystical side. Okay, I get that. If you want to play the, you know what I'm saying, the magic mystical side, I get that. But just come out and say mutants, man. It's time. It's time. Because we don't have no explanation of Pietro. Why did the stone choose Pietro? Right? He got powers too in that same experiment. And they say he was already genetically predisposed. And that's why the experiment worked so good with them, was because their genetics. They didn't say nothing about them being mystical. This was good old fashioned. So can you go and draw blood from a witch and determine that that's a witch now based on their blood? If I draw Agatha's blood, Doctor Strange's blood, anybody's blood, Mordo, if I draw their blood, I can really determine that they're witches. That's what you're telling me. Based off of genetics, you're a witch. That don't fly. Kevin Feige, White Sugar, that don't fly, bro. Just come out and use the word, man. So I'm hoping with this last episode, they just go ahead and give us the word. You don't have to give us mutants per se, but give us the word mutant. Give us the word mutant. Even if you want to retcon Monica Rambeau and say she's a mutant, give us the word mutant, man. It ain't gonna hurt. It's not gonna stop nothing. It's not gonna hurt anybody. But right now, with you not saying it, and the way that you just wrote Pietro off, because that's all you did. With Wanda's backstory, you wrote Pietro off. Does he know magic, or is he just fast as fuck? Which one is it? Which one is it? Right? Is anybody else thinking like that, or am I the only one? Am I the only one who's thinking like that? It's kind of aggravating, and it's kind of disrespectful. I get it. You didn't have, you couldn't legally say it 10 years ago. I get it. But now that you've bought and got all your characters back for the most part, 98% complete, other than the Hulk and Namor, I think. Use the word mutant. Namor. Majority of your dope ass characters that you got are mutants. Use it. Use it. But I'm off on a tangent, man. I appreciate it. Let me get up out of here. I done kept y'all long enough, man. I appreciate everybody who came in and watched. Keep coming every day during the weekday around 5 o'clock. I'm going to be dropping this blurred news on y'all. And I'm going to keep talking. And hopefully y'all going to keep listening. And we're going to get these comments up and popping. And we're going to get a lot of people up in this room talking. Right? Come on in. I see y'all come to the house. Y'all come to the house and don't speak. Talk to me. I'm going to let you in. We're going to eat dinner, talk. Perfect house guest. Welcome to the house, man. Y'all my house guests. Let's talk. Let's talk. But like I said, I done kept y'all long enough, man. I'm your host, Bluminati, and this is Blues House. And if you can, hit up all my social medias, my sock meds. And I am up out of here. I need to change. So I ain't even gonna put my last overlay up because I need to change that. That's my social medias. But down in the description, you can reach me. All my social medias are down in the description. Like I said, I'm your host, Bluminati, and I'm out. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here, man. Peace.